Hello guys, welcome to Civil Engineering YouTube channel. Here in this video we will talk about the top 51 civil engineering interview winning question and answer. Guys, if you are a fresher civil engineer or you are preparing for a job interview or you are a site workers, then these 51 points are very important for you. Okay, so watch this video till the end and get the full knowledge about civil engineering. So let's start the video. Many students were asking me about that, sir, please make the most important question and answer for a civil engineer. So I have summarized here 51 question and answer which are very important and basic knowledge to know for a civil engineer. Okay, so let's start the video. Here first point is our why concrete cover is provided for a reinforcement. Okay guys, so first of all let us know what is concrete cover. Okay, so for example, if this is our column and we provide steel rod in it. Okay, so distance between this steel rod and the outer surface of the concrete is known as what? Clear cover. Okay, I hope you know. For example, this is our beam and this is our reinforcement. It means steel rod. This is steel rod. So distance between this steel rod and this surface of the concrete is known as what? Clear cover. So why this clear cover should be provided? Clear cover for reinforcement is required to protect the rebars. Rebars means steel rod against the corrosion and to provide the resistance against the fire. Okay, it is provided to protect from the corrosion, rusting and resistance against the fire. Okay, now second point is how to do check level on the construction site. Okay, so we check the level on the construction site. It means slope of the construction site with the help of split level, dummy level and leveling pipe. Okay, so now let's move another point. The point number 3 is which is the equation used for the calculating the unit weight of the steel rod. Actually this is the formula. Okay guys, this is not equation, you can say whatever you want. W equals to what? D square by 162, and this is the formula to calculate the unit weight of the steel bars. Okay, now point number 4 is what is the size of the concrete cube. Guys, this is the size of concrete cube which is used to measure the compressive strength of the concrete. Okay, when we prepare concrete, then we have to prepare several cube and we have to test it into the lab. So how its length, width and height should be how much? 15 centimeter, 15 centimeter and 15 centimeter. Point number 5 is what is the mix ratio of M20 grade of concrete. Okay, so mix ratio of M20 grade is how much? 1:1.5:3. This question is most asked question in the interview. Okay guys, so point number 6 is what is the density of the steel. The density of steel is how much? 7,850 kg per meter cube. Point number 7 is in Fe 415 steel grade, F15 indicates. Guys, this indication is written in the steel, so you have to know what is the meaning of 415. Okay, and the meaning of 415 is the grade of steel. It means the tensile strength of steel is how much? 415 kilonewton per mm square. Okay, now point number 8 is what is the volume of 50 kg bag of cement. This is also asked in interview, that what is the volume of 50 kg bags of cement. So volume of 50 kg of bags of cement is 0.035 meter cube. This value is used to calculate, to convert the kg, I means bags of cement into volume of cement. Okay, point number 9 is the slope of stairs should not exceed 40 degree. Okay, if we are constructing a staircase, okay, stair, then its angle should not exceed more than 40 degree with the horizontal. Okay, now point number 10 is the minimum diameter of the steel in column should be how much? 12 mm. Okay, if we are constructing a column, then we should not provide the main steel bars less than 12 mm. You can provide the stirrups of 10 mm, but main rod should be more than 12 mm or 12 mm of the steel rod. Okay, point number 11 is standard size of the bricks is how much? 19 centimeter by 9 centimeter by 9 centimeter. Okay, and this is, question is also generally asked in the interview. Point number 12 is what is the unit weight of RCC. Guys, RCC means the concrete which includes steel rod in it. Okay, If we don't include steel rod in it, then it is called PCC. Okay, if we provide steel rod in it, then it will called RCC. So the unit weight of RCC is how much? To 2500 kg per meter cube. After that, the 1 ton is equals to how much? 1000 kg. Okay, this is very simple and you have to know it. The maximum free fall concrete load is 1.5 meter. Guys, this is very important things to know when we prepare a concrete. Okay, now we have to prepare a slab and we have to cast this concrete on this slab. Okay, so maximum free fall when we pour concrete. Okay, so this distance should be not more than 1.5 meter. Okay, we should not pour the concrete on the floor at the distance of more than 1.5 meter. So point number 15 is the minimum bars in a circular column should be how much? 6 in number. Okay, if we are constructing a column which are in circular shape, then we should not provide less than 6 number of main bars. Okay, if we are providing a rectangular column, then we can provide how much? 4 number of bars. After that, point number 16 is the number of bricks used in 1 cubic meter of the brickwork is 500 numbers. Guys, if we are constructing a wall and then if we require 1 cubic meter of the brickworks, then total number of bricks required will be how much? 500 in numbers. Point number 17 is according to IS code, full strength of the concrete is achieved after 28 days. Guys, when we prepare a concrete by mixing cement, sand and aggregate, then it will take full strength only in 28 days. Point number 18 is minimum grade of concrete used for RCC should be how much? M20 grade. Guys, if we are preparing PCC which does not contain steel rod, then we can make a grade of concrete as a M15, M10, M5 etc. But if we are using RCC, it means if we are using steel rod in the concrete, then we should not use less than M20 grade of concrete. Point number 19 is what is the initial and final setting time of the cement. So the initial setting time of cement is 30 minutes and final setting time of cement is how much? 600 minutes. Now point number 20 is explain what is flashing. Okay guys, this is very important terms and it is generally asked in the interview or job examination. Okay, so flashing is joints in a building can be sealed and protected from the water penetration through extended construction called flashing. It can be installed at the wall and parapets. Okay guys, if we are constructing a structure, for example this is a slab and we are constructing a wall on it. Okay, so you can see the joint at the middle of this slab and wall. At this place we have to make it waterproof with the help of mortar or with help of another materials. So this is known as what? This process is known as what? Flashing. Point number 21 is what does the critical path method CPM means. You have read, if you are a civil engineer, then you have read this CPM and POT method to analyze the working on the site. Okay, so it is the CPM is the strategy along with the method of representing the respective tasks and activities to be involved in the construction with the respect of symbolic diagram. Okay guys, so CPM is used to analyze the activities. It means how much work has done for construction of for constructing the building, how much work is required, how much day is required, how much work day has finished. So this types of analysis we will do with the help of CPM method. Okay, it means critical path method. Okay, so point number 22 is this question is most asked in the interview, that what do you mean by M25. Okay, so according to the standard IS code 456/2000, M represent the mix, it means the mix of cement, sand and aggregate, and 25 is the characteristic compressive strength of the concrete. Okay, so numerical value represent the strength of concrete and M represent the mix ratio, it means the mix of cement, sand and aggregate. Point number 23 is what is the duration of minimum curing time. Okay guys, this is very important if you are working on the site. Okay, so curing time, what is mean by curing time? First of all, curing time is when we prepare a concrete, then we have to provide water in it to get its strength. So this is known as curing. Okay guys, so how long should we provide curing on the concrete for different structure? Okay, so as per IS 456/2000 recommendation, the curing period of concrete must be at least 7 days. It should be at least 7 days in case of OPC, ordinary Portland cement, and at least 10 days for the concrete with added mineral admixture. It is also mandatory for OPC exposed to dry and hot weather condition to have at least 10 days curing period. Okay, so in short we can say we have to provide minimum of 10 days of curing period for all the structure. Okay, after that, point number 24 is what is the bearing capacity of the soil. Okay, so the bearing capacity of soil is the ability of soil to withstand the load imposed by the foundation. Okay, so soil bearing capacity is the capacity of soil to bear the load of the structure simply. Okay, now point number 25 is what do you mean by honeycomb in concrete? Guys, this is honeycomb is the defect in concrete. Okay, so air pocket in another name, its name is air pocket in another name for the honeycomb in concrete, which is usually formed during concrete casting. Okay, so honeycomb is for example, if this is our column and if you pour concrete in it, then there will be somewhat the absence of concrete in this region. So this absence of concrete in this region is known as honeycomb, and it will be very dangerous for a concrete because it cannot get full strength if the honeycomb form in this concrete. Okay, now point number 26 is what is the recommended slump for the column. Okay, guys, this is very important and slump value for the column will be how much? 75 to 125. Okay, it should not be less than 75, it should not be greater than 125 mm. Okay, now point number 27 is what are the recommended standard of the tamping rod used in the cube filling for cube test. Guys, in previously we have learned that we have to prepare a cube to test the compressive strength of the concrete. Okay, so when we put concrete in the mold, we have to compact this concrete with the help of tamping rod. So tamping rod, according to IS code 2386, the tamping rod's diameter should be how much? 16 mm of steel rod. Okay, and it should be rounded its recommended specification. Okay, it should not be less than 16 mm or more than 16 mm because it have considered as in IS code of 2386. Okay, so now point number 28 is guys, this points is for the knowledge purpose of for all civil engineer or site workers. Okay, so here it is given the different mix ratio of the different grade of concrete. Okay, mix ratio is the ratio of cement, sand and aggregate. Okay, so list down the ratio of grade of M5, M7.5, M10, M15, M20, M25, M30, M30 and M35 and M40 grade of concrete. So for M5 of grade we have 1:5:10. For M7.5 1:4:7. M10 1:3:6. For M15 1:2:4. For M20 1:1.5:3. For M25 1:1:2. And M30, M35 and M40 grade of concrete are designed according to different factor. I have written the article, you can read. I have put the link in the description. Okay, so you can design the any grade of concrete with the help of this article. Okay, so guys, let me tell you that what are this. 1 is the cement. Okay, 3 is the sand and 6 is what? Aggregate. In the same way here, 1 is the cement, 5 is the sand and 10 is what? Aggregate. Okay, now the point number 29 is explain what is the void ratio. Okay, void ratio is the ratio of the volume of the void to the volume of solid. Okay, for example, this is a glass. Okay, now we put a piece of rocks in it. Okay, now you can see the gap in the glass. This gap is known as void. Okay, so the ratio of void, volume of void, okay, volume of this void to the solid is known as what? void ratio. Okay. Now point number 30 is why concrete cover is provided to the reinforcement. Okay guys, this question I have already described in the first question, I think. So again I am repeating it because this point has repeated. Okay, so killer cover in concrete is provided to prevent from the corrosion and to prevent against the fire. Now point number 30 is list the defense steps involved in the building construction. Guys, this is very important if you are working if you are going for the interview on the site working as a site workers. Okay, so the major steps involved in the building construction is concreting. Okay, to pour the concrete, to place the concrete, to transport the concrete is known as concreting. Masonry work, it means to put the mortar in the bricks, to joint the bricks is known as masonry work. Plastering work, flooring work, form work is to make the mold of the concrete. Okay, and steel cutting and bending, this is also known as bar bending schedule. Okay, if you want to read the article about the bar bending schedule, I will put the link in the description. You can read from here. I have put all the things you should know for the bar bending schedule, so you can read the article. I have put the link in the description. Now point number 32 is what is the flat slab. Okay, this is very important and most confusing question. What is flat slab? The slab which supported on columns is known as flat slab. The flat slab does not have any beams. Okay guys, generally we put slab on the beam. Okay, so but in this slab we don't have to provide a beam below the slab. Okay, so this types of slab is known as flat slab. The slab are only standard on the column, so this types of slab is known as flat slab. Point number 33 is what is the standard height of the each floor of the multi-story building. Okay, for example, if we are constructing a building, then this is our floor. Okay, so how much should be the height of this floor? Okay, so standard size of this floor is how much? The standard height of the each floor of the multi-story building is how much? 3 meter. Okay, or 10 feet. Now point number 34 is what is the compaction and why it is used. Okay guys, as its name, compacting is to compact the concrete. Okay, so let us see here. Compacting is the process of making the cement mixture denser by releasing the air from it. When we mix various materials, there will be air which is entrapped between them. We have to remove this air bubble to make concrete impervious and attain maximum strength. Otherwise, there will be voids in the concrete which reduce the strength is sustainability. Guys, in short way we can see if we are a column. Okay, and if we pour concrete in it, if we don't compact it with the help of machine or any rod, then there will be void or there will be gap of concrete between the steel rods and the concrete. Okay, so it may decrease the strength of the concrete and reduce the durability of the column. Okay, so in short we can say compacting is necessary for this reason. Now point number 35 is what is the difference between a one-way slab and two-way slab. Okay, if the longer span ratio is more than the 2 times the shorter span, it is known as one-way slab. It means one-way slab, for example, this is our slab. Okay, if this ratio, the longer side by shorter side, if ratio is greater than 2, then this will be known as one-way slab. If this ratio, the longer side by shorter side, equals to or less than 2, then the slab will be our two-way slab. Okay, the difference between the one-way slab and two-way slab is so simple. Okay, now point number 36. So point number 36 is what is the length of rising and tread in the staircase. Guys, if we construct a staircase, then we have to provide like this. Okay, so in staircase, this part is known as tread, and this part, the vertical part, is known as riser. Okay, so in staircase the length of the rise is generally 150 to 200 mm, and the length of tread is how much? 250 to 300 mm. Okay, so this part should be how much? 150 to 200 mm, and this vertical part should be how much? 250 to 300 mm. Now point number 37 is what is the standard slope of the staircase. These points we have already discussed, that we should not increase the angle between the staircase and horizontal more than 40 degree. So if we constructing a staircase, then it should not be more than 40 degree and less than 25 degree. Okay, point number 38 is what is grout and why it is used. Okay guys, so the fluid from the concrete is called grout. It is used to fill the void of the construction. At previous point we have discussed about the honeycomb and void. Okay, for example, this is a column and due to some case, if there is void remain between the concrete, then we have to grout it. It means with the help of pressure pipe we have to fill the concrete in this void to increase the strength of this column and increase the durability of this column. Okay, so this is known as grouting. To fill the void in the construction is known as grouting. Okay, so point number 39 is what is the segregation of concrete. This is very important points, and this is generally asked in the interview. Okay, so segregation of concrete is the separation of cement and aggregate of the concrete from each other during the handling and placement. Okay, so this is the mainly caused due to the uneven water cement ratio or over vibrating or compacting of the concrete. Cement paste come to the top and aggregate settle at the bottom. It also occur when the concrete is poured about more than 1.5 meter. Guys, this point I have already discussed, that we should not pour the concrete from height more than 1.5 meter. Now we will discuss about what is segregation. Okay, so simply if we talk about the segregation, then it is the separation of aggregate, sand and cement. Okay, for example, we have made a concrete and we pour this concrete in this box. Okay, so what will happen, all the aggregate remains at the bottom and the cement slurry remains on the above side. So these types of defect, these types of behavior of concrete is known as segregation, and this is very danger for the concrete. Okay, because this part will be harder and this part will be weaker in the concrete. Okay, so we have to prevent from segregation of the concrete. Now point number 40 is what do you understand by the bleeding of concrete. Bleeding of concrete is a form of segregation where water is separated and comes out from the cement, sand and aggregate of the concrete to the surface. It is mainly caused due to uneven water cement ratio and over vibration or compaction. Well guys, so these both are caused due to the same reason. Okay, and the bleeding of concrete is that, for example, if we pour a concrete on it, then all the water from this concrete will remain comes above the concrete. This is known as what? Bleeding. Okay, you can see in the picture, this is known as segregation and this is known as bleeding in the concrete. Okay, now point number 41 is what is the procedure to check the quality of cement on the construction site. Okay, so this is very important points. So how will we check the cement on the site? Okay, so I am telling in short, we have to check the date of the manufacture. Okay, the strength of cement decreases with its age, so it would be best if you choose the cement with the produce as soon as possible. So the date of manufacture of the cement should not be more than 3 months for the efficient for the good strength of the concrete. Okay, now color, the cement color should be gray with light greenish shade and it should be uniform in color. Okay, now float test. Good cement does not float if you throw the cement in water. Take a glass of water and if we put cement in this water, then it should not be float. Okay, and the last point is temperature. When you put your hand in the cement bag, then you should feel what? Cool. Okay, you should not feel hot. Okay, so these are the methods to check the cement on site. Now point number 42 is what is 1 BHK full form. It may be 2 BHK, 3 BHK or 3 BHK. Okay, what is the 1 BHK full form? So the full form of 1 BHK is 1 bedroom, 1 hall and 1 kitchen. Guys, if you have 2 BHK, then there will be 2 bedroom, 1 hall and 1 kitchen. If there is 3 BHK, then there will be 3 bedroom, 1 hall and 1 kitchen. Point number 42 is what is the minimum clear cover of the beam, slab, column, foundation, etc. Okay, so minimum clear cover of the slab should be 20 mm, beam should be 25 mm, column should be 40 mm, and foundation should be how much? 50 mm. Guys, this is the minimum clear cover. We should not provide less than these values as a clear cover of the structure. Point number 43 is what is the difference between PCC and RCC. So PCC does not contains the steel rod and RCC contains the steel rod. There is only difference that the steel rod containing concrete is known as RCC and not containing concrete is known as PCC. Now point number 44 is the minimum height of the parapet wall should be how much? 1 meter. Guys, parapet wall is constructed on the upper side of the building. Okay, you can see on the floor that the wall has constructed to protect from the falling beside the building from the roof. Okay, so the minimum height of the parapet wall should be how much? 1 meter. Now point number 45 is the minimum thickness of DPC. It means dam proof course. Okay, the concrete which you have which we use for the dam proof should not be less than 2.5 centimeter as a thickness. Okay, point number 46 is the minimum thickness of slab should be how much? 125 mm. Point number 47 is the number of bags in 1 cubic meter is 28.8 bags. Now point number 48 is minimum diameter of the bars used in the slab should be how much? 8 mm. Okay, it is the minimum 8 mm and maximum should be how much? 1/8 of the thickness of the slab. Now point number 49 is the unit weight of PCC. Okay, in previous point we have learned the unit weight of RCC. Here is PCC. So PCC unit weight of PCC is how much? 24 kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay, cubic meter and meter cube are same. Now point number 50 is weight of steel rod if the given length is in feet. Okay guys, if the steel rod length is given in meter, then we should use the formula d square by 162.25 as the formula to calculate the weight of steel rod. But if the steel rod is given in feet, then we have to use the formula d square by 533 into L, where 533 is the constant value and L is the length of rod in feet. Okay guys, keep in mind length should be in feet to use this formula. After that, point number 51 and last point is what is the difference between a total station and theodolite. This is very important question if you are preparing for the site engineer. Okay, so the total station use GPS, laser and leveling sensor to measure the precise elevation and distance to develop the point cloud. Okay guys, this is the electronic device. It use electricity for run. Okay, theodolite do not use the electricity to run. Okay, but theodolite or auto levels can detect change in elevation, means change in height between 2 points without distance measurement. Okay, so guys, these are the most important top 51 question I have choose from different source for a civil engineer who are preparing for the job interview, government exam. Okay, so this much for today. Please like this video and subscribe my channel for new update about civil engineering. Thank you.